ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shits. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on the Marvel Legends 60th Anniversary Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest Deluxe Hawkeye with Sky Cycle. And this looks pretty rad with the packaging over here, aside from it not having a window. I do like seeing the image of Hawkeye in the back. On the side, you could see a 3D render image of Hawkeye over there. And then on the back, you could see the Sky Cycle and Hawkeye. There's those accessories that he comes with. And then on this side, we have some nice classic artwork by Mike Deodato. I know it's not Mike Deodato. I feel shamed. The top, it says Avengers, 60 Years of Earth's Mightiest. Not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you're trying to get your Marvel Legends, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's Hawkeye and the Sky Cycle out of the packaging. And oh man, I really like this Hawkeye figure a lot. I have him posed up how I want him on the shelf. Pretty excited about it. However, I don't really want the Sky Cycle on the shelf so much, or hanging from the ceiling, I guess. Anyway, one of those who would have preferred to just been able to only buy the Hawkeye figure instead of having to buy both, and I'm making that point right now. However, I don't want to make this whole video about that. I'm not going to go on about it because I knew that going in. And hey, the Sky Cycle itself isn't too bad looking. So let's get a closer look at that along with the other accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at Hawkeye. So with the Sky Cycle, we also get the stand right here, which I think was originally released with the Han Solo and Carbonite, or a Star Wars figure from the Black Series. And then you have a quiver, which we've seen before, painted with silver and red. We have an arrow, which we've seen before with other figures. Get a set of bow holding hands, and then it does come with a complete set of fisted hands. I've misplaced his right hand to take this with me to SDCC. I hope I didn't leave it there. My dumbass actually thought for a second that I could possibly review this figure while I was down there. But I do like how the bow looks. I do have a little bit of black paint coming off of the handle right over here, so you can see some gold coming through right there. I hope one day they could figure out to do an elastic thing like they did with the Toy Biz Days one. And then, yeah, you can see we have some nice silver paint right here, and the metallic purple looks really good. You could plug this into the bottom of the Sky Cycle, either right here with this side or any other side. I prefer having it higher up in the air like that. Yeah, you can see a little bit of swirling in the plastic, but I mostly see all the sculpted detail, and it looks pretty good. I mostly really do like this, even though I am really not going to have it on display. It would have been nice to have some pegs sticking out to plug into the bottom of the feet. Did like having him stand on top of this. I thought that was kind of cool to do. But yeah, it's not a bad looking Sky Cycle. Again, there's marbling in the plastic right here, and that bothers me because thinking to myself like, hey, do you want to ride a Sky Cycle that has a bunch of cracks in the metal? Like, you're going to feel safe about that? Going into adventurous territory with questionable materials? I mean, I'm just saying, yeah, right? Anyway, looking at the back of it, you can see... Too soon? Anyway, you can see some heat staining right over here, and I prefer seeing heat staining in purples and blues and stuff, but you can see the yellow in there. And then the seat's all brown, and you get some nice details right here for his little display, so I think that's pretty cool. I do like that. And then you have this clear piece of plastic in the front of it, which looks really good. I do like having this as well. And you get some paint detail right here in the very front with the black over the gunmetal gray. Then to put this on the stand right here, you can see how that looks, and it holds very nicely. I do like it. And for a Hawkeye Sky Cycle comparison, you can see the Toy Biz version right over here. And that one is quite a bit smaller than this newer version. And I do prefer this newer version a lot more than this one right over here. Even though this one doesn't look absolutely terrible, but still, that just looks way cooler on the left. So this Hawkeye head sculpt looks great. It looks brand new to me. They may have redone something from the Vintage Collection version to make it look like it's still the same dude, but just a cleaner, updated version right over here. This is the one that's been on my shelf, by the way, and yeah, I'm really happy about this upgrade. No real paint or anything on the top of the head. It would have been nice to see the H painted. I'm used to seeing something like that, or at least something over there. You can see it's darker in the middle right there. And then you can see on the side, nice paint for the ears. They've managed to make everything look nice and clean, you know. That doesn't always happen sounds like a nitpicky thing to be happy about, but it doesn't happen all the time so cleanly. You can see right here on the back, you get a little bit of a metallic sheen for the scale mail. And then there's looking at the side of the head again. You can see that metallic purple right there. Nice detail with the silver paint apps. I want to go ahead and add right in there. And then that looks a little bit better to me. And then the front looks really good. I like the new sculpted straps that are attached right there to the sculpt. So it's all part of one piece. That's really neat. Yeah, that's very cool. We do have these loops, you know, the armbands do droop down. So that can be irritating for sure. But they mostly stay in place, but yeah, you can easily knock them out of place, and that can be frustrating. Pinless joints right there looking really good. Then you have some metallic purple right over there for those wrist guards. And then he doesn't have horizontal hinges on these hands, by the way. It would have been nice to have at least the left hand with the horizontal hinge. Then you have the fabric piece right over here, which, you know what? On camera, I gotta say, it doesn't look so great. It does, you know, break up right over here. But in hand, it looks fine. It actually looks pretty good. I really like how the figure looks. I could say that it could use some shading, you know. Some shading would be nice. Something to break it up a little bit more. But yeah, this isn't bothering me right here. And it looks like this originated from a Sunfire body mold, I think. I don't really know. Let me know if you know in the comment section below. We got the boots right over there, looking pretty snazzy, and he has the peg holes at the bottom of the feet. I like the articulation on Hawkeye. You can get his head to look all the way up. He does have a disc hinge right there, and you can move his head down. You get side-to-side motion, and no real head pivoting. You do have the butterfly joints right here, which work out pretty well. Shoulders will move up and outward that much. They move all the way in. Rotate a full 360, bicep swivel. The pinless double joint elbows, yeah, those armbands are just floating all over the place. And then, again, the wrist turn side to side, hinge up and down. Get a nice ab crunch forward, ab crunch back, waist cut right there. Hips move outward that far. You'll kick forward, back a little bit, upper thigh cut. You get the pinless double jointed knees. Be careful with this. If it is really stiff for you, you just don't want to push too hard below that calf joint. Make sure you're putting pressure between the knee and the calf joint so you don't get this too loose. I kind of did that to mine, so just be warned. Be warned! Okay, get the calf cut right over there. Then the ankles do move down. They do move up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. Side note, when you put the quiver on, you want it above the strap when you plug that in. Anyway, to measure out this Hawkeye figure, you can see that he is standing a little over 6.5 inches tall. And for a Marvel Legends Hawkeye comparison, we have the Toy Biz version right here, and then we have the retro card version that came out not too long ago. And I don't know why, I'm just really happy to see these brighter colors. I never had a problem with the darker purples, and if they made another Hawkeye with the darker colors again, but with the updated stuff, I'm sure I would like that one too. But having this right here, it's so different. I am just looking forward to seeing it on the show. Then here's Hawkeye next to some other Avengers characters, and these are my favorite renditions of Captain America and Iron Man. We have the 20th anniversary, and we have the 80 years. Then here's Hawkeye next to some West Coast Avengers figures. That would have been a good question for the Hasbro team, is how did this happen? Like, why? How? You know, well, why? Then here's Hawkeye next to the other Avengers 60th anniversary figures that I've already reviewed. We have the Grey Hulk and Bruce Banner 2-pack figures. We have the Black Widow right over here, and we have the Model 1 Iron Man. And by the way, while I grabbed the Natasha figure, this is my extra one, I found the other fist hand for Hawkeye. So yes, Hawkeye's complete again. And since yesterday, I did find my Toy Biz Model 1 Iron Man, and you guys could see what I'm talking about right over there. The cleaner silver is the only thing I wish we had on this figure, or that this figure offered that this one does not. Well, and the eyes thing would have been pretty cool. And here's Hawkeye next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Inner Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, Hawkeye, if you're not going to use that Sky Cycle, do you mind if I go for a run? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button, and if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so we can hit those 1 million subscribers. I'm happy for all the subscribers. Thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate you watching. And this figure, along with the Sky Cycle, is actually pretty cool. It's not really the worst as far as having to buy extra stuff that you may not need for the shelf, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this Sky Cycle does offer more display options for the character. It's tied to the character, and you can have him riding the Sky Cycle, you know, shooting arrows from the Sky Cycle. It's all appropriate with the character. So In all honesty, it doesn't feel like a complete waste having it, and while I don't really need it for my display shelf at this moment, it was still fun posing the figure with the Sky Cycle and just, having a good time with it. It's honestly not a pretty bad offering. I do like it, and I gotta say, with the Hawkeye figure, I am very happy. Would be to get something like the Series 7 from Toy Biz, where we had a plethora of arrows and an actual elastic band for the bow. That's like the next thing I would love to see for a Hawkeye figure. I feel like that's what this figure is missing, and so aside from that, I am very pleased with the Hawkeye. Maybe some shadowing effect, I think I mentioned that, but I really like this figure a lot. I had a really good time with it, and I've been excited about putting it on my shelf. And at the price point around 50 to 52 bucks, I'm gonna give this Hawkeye figure with Sky Cycle a Sud rating of
I love it!
And I'd like to know what you guys think. In all honesty, I'm not really bummed out about the Sky Cycle thing, and I want to know if that is a thing, because I haven't been watching anybody else's reviews on this, so I don't know if most people are disappointed in that or not. I'm just saying, at first, for me, it seemed like a bummer. After I got it, not so much a bummer. I'd like to know what you guys think. If you want to see the latest Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
Your face.